My name is Monique, and my project is on supporting the future of nursing, integrating mental health resources into nursing curricula. So, my problem, I've identified that there's a problem with the high level of stress, burnout, and emotional exhaustion that nursing students experience. Having gone through it myself, and I'm sure as all of you feel the same, it was one of the most stressful times of my life. A lot was on the line. We had all spent a lot of money on the program. We all, really wanted to do well and pass and be good nurses. And the stress was really heavy for us. And we were also all dealing, with our personal things and going through an accelerated program, which many nursing schools offer now. There's very little time for life outside of school. And this can really weigh on people and weigh on students. And so, we know that being a nurse comes with high risk, and it's not an easy job. And so, nobody's expecting the road to be easy. However, the problem really lies that many nursing programs are lacking the structured mental health support that these students need and deserve when facing this difficult time of their lives. And so, this gap that I've identified affects academic performance of students, retention, and just overall well-being of students. So when I went to research this topic, and I found that this topic is very significant, and this lack of support really is affecting students. And here's some key things that I found. Over half of nursing students are reporting extreme stress. And for many, that it gets to the point where they consider leaving the program because they're burnt out or it is too much for them to handle. And we know we never want that to happen to students. We want everyone to complete the program and go on to be successful nurses. And then mental health impacts, like I said before, the learning, the resilience, and the future workforce stability. We're preparing nurses to go out there and work in a job that comes with high stress, so they're going to be dealing with this stress for the rest of their lives. And I think it's really important that we start this focus on mental health and taking care of ourselves from the beginning. And so for my literature review, I found that there is a lot of evidence that supports nurse-led interventions to improve mental health. Nobody knows what we go through, both in school and now that we're nurses. Nobody knows what we go through better than us. And so I think, leading nurses that have identified ways to help, nothing is more important and beneficial than that, I've found. And then mentorship is huge now that again that have been a nurse for a year now and I've been out there working. You realize how important mentorship is, and when you find those nurses that you look up to and that teach you a lot and kind of help you, I think that's important even in school. And so just, providing that mentorship to students, and just being mindful, keeping, mental health at the forefront of one of the most important things in school and when they move on to their careers. And peer support, I've is also, really important, helping each other. I know all of us students, when I was in undergrad, we all got each other through and helped each other a lot. And so that is important as well. So those three things really reduce anxiety and improve outcomes of students. And although we know this and we've identified that this is true through a lot of different literature reviews and support, and evidence that's out there, even though we know this is true, there is still inconsistent support being offered from students across program curricula. So my proposed intervention is to integrate mental health support into the curriculum of nursing schools, provide mentorship, improve mindfulness of mental health throughout schools and really spread awareness on the topic, and provide stress management workshops to students. So just giving them tools and making these tools known to them. and just spreading awareness on it, like I said. And then lastly, quality improvement. So, using the PSS 10 and the CD Risk 10, which assess stress and how students are able to equipped to handle this stress. And so these tools will help us identify students that, may need a little extra support. And when they need that support, everybody's going through things at different times. So using these tools will really help improve identifying and offering support to students that need it. And then ethical considerations, of course. We need to keep in mind that we must be getting informed consent from students, that, it's completely voluntary, that students are not being coerced into, like, and being included in this study and taking part in this study. And so we want to just make sure that it's all voluntary and that they're willing to do it, and then also that we're protecting their information. So, this is a sensitive topic. It can be very personal to people. And so just making sure that, it's all anonymous and that people feel like they can share in a safe space. And so my conclusion is we need to start embedding mental health into schools and nursing school, and doing so is going to support resilience and success of our students and overall create, a stronger workforce, and which is, going to take care of our society, and overall everything will just be better and function better. And students are going to be, emotionally stronger, academically stronger, and show these coping skills when they go out there into the workforce, show that they have learned how to cope and deal with the stress and how to take care of themselves, most importantly, because I think what I've learned is that you can't take care of other people unless you learn how to take care of yourself first. And, when you are empathetic and you want to be a nurse and you have that in your nature, that can be easily forgotten. And wellness really should be a core component of nursing education. And so, if we do this, our future implications will be improved retention and reduce burnout, policy and curriculum reform, and scalable, sustainable wellness models for nursing education. And these are my references. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.